It is August 22nd, 2020. This is my pepper plants. This is called Golden Treasure. I only got one plant, and something up here on my deck keeps eating all my plants. So I gotta take him in at night. These are habaneras I just grew for the neighbor kids. These are called sunnies. I don't know if I'll grow these again next year. These are my mutant Chili de Aguas. We don't know what they are. Cross with something. I got some giant Marconis. I got some golden ones. So I made all those. I got enough seeds for one. Oh, they got another one last night. That's what they do. So I don't know if it's a coon, if it's a squirrel, chipmunk. I'll have to keep messing with them. I put a bunch of hot pepper seeds on the bottom that I've taken out of my plants, but these are Hosaka something there. I haven't got anything out of there yet because they keep eating ones before they get ripe. These I just picked yesterday. These are all Granada seasoning peppers. I get a lot of peppers off them. They're a smaller pepper, but that's what they look like. Yellow. I gotta pick again today, so this is the backyard. Walk through it real quick. I like taking videos because I get a little documentation what next year what it was like on August 22nd this year, so I can look back and see. Like I said, I got to pick today, so these are some Genghis Khans that are they have a lot of problems this spring, so they're not really good. Got some Scotch bonnets. I just picked those. Chocolate, yellow, red. Got some want some Justin White here. WHP22. They're a nice Scotch bonnet. Got some Red Devils. Got some orcs from my buddy Bob Busby. Been picking a lot of those. My second batch of peppers on the plant are starting to come really good now. These are Leviathan. I don't know if you can see them. I just picked those too. They look like that. A lot of peppers on there. These are some red and chocolate boot gloves and some other stuff down this row here. They're starting to come. They're a little later. Now this row here is pretty much primos, most of them. And they're a little later too, so I'm just starting to get a few primos coming. I don't know if you can see any of them. But like I said, those are mostly primos. I have some other stuff in the second row. I have some box and some Aji Chambos and a couple ghost peppers, a couple crosses I got. These get shaded a lot, so the plants are bigger and they're later. But that whole thing is shaded a lot, so they're slower. These are carbon boot 7-pot yellows. I love this plant. Get a lot of peppers off them. They're a good sized pepper. Like I said, I top all my plants in the spring, so my plants are smaller, more bushier. These are 7-pot long. Those, I believe, I think those are from Bob Busby. Might be from Bill Corbett, I don't know. I have to look it up. And then we come over here, we got some CP115 chocolates. Very hot. Nice size pods. Chocolate pods are hard to see and they're hard to pick unless you get them in the right light. Got some box, got some Aji Chambos, got some more CP115s. We got burgundy ones, red ones. Got a couple crosses I did with Genghis Khans. These are like F3s, quite proficient. I got two different phenos of them, so. And then we go over here, it's got some carbon boot reds. They're a little slower. Some plants are nice and big and some are really small. Jigsaws over here. Jigsaws last year were one of my later plants, and this year they're just one of my earliest plants. But they're just covered with peppers. Got some that are purple plants and some that are just regular color. It's really hot. It's supposed to get close to 90 again today. It's 78% humidity right now, so I tied up a few plants today. But these are habanadas. Going for the kids next door. You can see they're just loaded. They're in the shade too, so. Got some Butch Tea yellows, Butch Tea reds. You can see any of those. Just got a couple plants. Got some Shishitos I grew for a friend. I kept a couple plants. My neighbor's been picking the heck out of them. Got my ones from Thailand, my Thai peppers. No one will eat one. I got two plants out of the same batch. One has peppers growing up and one has peppers growing down. Same batch of powder that I took the seeds out of. Got some blended lemon here. Squirrels keep eating these too. I know there was a lot more peppers on these plants. These are my West mustard plants from my little mutant from last year. Growing those out. They're really hot. And then I have some Nega Morich East range. They're starting to come here later too. Bunch of those. And we go over here. I got these are Apocalypse. I just had to tie those up because they're getting so. I hardly got any peppers off these. Probably a couple dozen so far, but they're just loaded with pods now. So they're a later one too. I don't know if you can see all the pods on here. But they all came from the same seeds last year. They were red. I got yellow ones, I got red ones, I got orange ones. I even got one chocolate one somewhere here. When I was tying them up, I seen a chocolate one. So I'll have to see if the rest of them on that plant come out chocolate or what? Yeah, I can't figure it out sometimes. I mean, I'm really careful with my seeds. And I know I didn't mix any seeds up. I mean, I probably mixed one up, you know, out of 500, but I get way too many plants that, I don't know, they're just unstable and they revert back and forth. I mean, some are really wrinkly, some are smooth. I don't know if it has to do with the dirt, the temperature, the weather, but something. This is a butterfly plant. Hummingbirds love them. They're a perennial, but pretty much an annual in Minnesota. My dahlias aren't coming at very good at all. These are, let's see what these are, my Baracapores. They get a little shaded because I have a tree above them, but they're just loaded with flowers again. I picked a lot off there already. I'm going to pick again today. These are Bohemian goats right here. They get shaded a bit too, but I picked on those. I picked a half a bucket off those. They're just loaded with flowers again. I don't know if you can see. Up here in Minnesota, we're gonna get. It'll freeze before Halloween, so I should have plenty of time to get the ones that are just getting small pods and flowers on them. These, I've been picking a lot of these. These are Red West. They're really stocky though. Some of the stuff I topped so much because it got so big on me. Maruglas, Duffy, a lot of pods. Got some chocolate Marugas. A lot of pods on those. Got yellow brain strands. Picking a lot of those yellow Marugas. Yellow Marugas. And I got my 7-pot West Yellows. Picking a lot of those. You didn't have to stake those too much. They're really sturdy. Then I got zinnias down here, and these are the short ones. I'll show you the ones in the back. They're taller. But this is all dahlias right here. And they're just so much work, and they don't come till late in fall. With the zinnias, I'll have flowers all summer long. They just keep blooming and blooming and blooming. You can pick them. You can pick them. The butterflies love them. So I may put this whole section into zinnias next year. Still debating that, but I think it's a done deal in my mind. And in the center here are mostly Wartrix. Got a BTR or two here. I like the BTR. I only have 1 or 2 plants. Wartrix are smaller peppers, but they're very, very thick, so get a lot of pods of them. Not an overabundance, but decent. And I have the Wartrix. I got one mutant that comes up more of an oval color. It's a bigger pod too, super hot. So I grow some of them. I got my Scotch Brains here. I remember from last year that they're a pretty late pepper. I mean, I picked some of them, but the plants are kind of small, and I don't really have any of the classic shaped ones yet. They always seem to come later too. And I have a bunch of Primo Morugas. I just picked those a few days ago, but they're getting a whole bunch of peppers on them again. And I have a couple plants here on the end that from Juca. These are Primo Purple Bucholokias. They were just loaded. I picked a few of them off there already. That's my front yard. It's been really dry this year in Minnesota. My yard is just parched. I watered out everything in the front yesterday because it was just dried out. We had a 40% chance of rain. We got, I think we got maybe a 1/4 inch. Dahlias. There's another dahlia. So we'll walk in the back. I'll show you those zinnias that I'm going to plant in the front this year. I mow my grass really long because I don't like watering it, and